All right, so we just had a really good. Yeah, I think we playing. We at war. We in a war. We in a war, baby. All right. We going straight into this one. Good morning. Grand Rising. Today is Sunday, December 18th, 2022. We have two more to go. Today is another December focus. We're talking about killing suicide, hunting the hunter. All right? Now let's go straight into it. You ready? All right. When a person decides to delete themselves, they tend to write a note. Okay? So this used to always make me think, are they writing this because they were never heard? Or are they writing this because they could or they would never speak about it? So asking someone to be themselves on Halloween, it shouldn't be that hard. But Halloween is a time that we escape our lives. Listen up. We escape our lives and we pretend to be someone or something else. Question. Can there be a Halloween day, month, year, decade, or life created that can help you escape your lives and pretend to be someone or something else? This could possibly allow humans to escape suicidal worlds by becoming someone else in a new world of life and abundance. Or not. Or are suicidal worlds the Halloween days, months, years, decades, or lives that was made up for humans? Have you ever heard of a consultant or consult your doctor if these pills give you thoughts of suicide? When I first heard that, I was like, damn, so suicide is in pills, bro? Y'all got that in pills? So not even headache medicine for me now. But the good news is, thanks to the wonderful world of duality, there has to be life in pill forms, or at least food form, or liquid form. So we're watching all of this. We're taking it in, right? So which channel and advertising are we watching this crap show on? Let's just say God owns two networks. God owns the Great Life Network, and then God owns the Devil Life Network. Now, I don't know about that. Remember, we talked about this so much this year. According to Isaiah 45:7, I form the light and create darkness. I make peace and create evil. I, the Lord, do all of these things. So, are we being tested on what channels of energy we are choosing to watch and become? Shout out to everybody you following on YouTube and WorldStar. Moving forward. Now, can suicide be transferred? You know how you play basketball and you throw pass? You throw no looks, you throw intentionals, you mess up and it actually even works out. Sometimes those are called bloopers. You didn't mean to do that and it worked out. So I didn't mean to transfer that. Or no, I threw a new look. I throw a new look. I said a new look. I threw a no look. I purposely passed it to you. I telegraphed it. I'm passing this suicide. Let's just say we know it can be transferred in pill form. We do know that. We do know it can be transferred via social media. We do know that. Humans make pills, right? So suicide can be transferred via human contact or in human form. So now we must be getting into the invisible arts of this fight or war. And then you heard what I said. So now we must be, if we're dealing with humans, we must be getting back into the invisible arts of this fight or war. Yeah, I'm in my war gear. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my war gear. This is a war. I don't know what y'all talking about. This is a war. So, hold on. My haters wanted to say something. Did Jason just say the invisible arts? I told y'all he was into witchcraft. Turn your Bibles to 2 Corinthians 10:4. For the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to the pulling down of strongholds. Ephesians 6:12. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against the spiritual wickedness in high places. It didn't say janitors. It said most of these wicked people got high positions. I'm going to keep climbing up in this company. Against spiritual wickedness in high places. Man, I'm just trying to make it to the top. The middle sounds pretty safe. Well, they're getting rid of the middle class where it's safe. You either wicked at the top or, well, we'll get into that later. So, we talking about suicide, right? So, your best mind is the getaway driver because a lot of y'all want to get out, right? Your best mind. No, the mind, okay, that's macro. Your best mind is your getaway driver to the worst low vibrational suicide roads that can lead its drivers to dead ends. All is mind, and time is an illusion. And did you know that you can bend so-called time when you give your mind, watch this, to consistent light bulbs or light bulb sessions? You can literally bend time. Can you feel time during and after an intense light bulb? You know, like the cartoons? Oh my God. Oh. What time is it? You don't say what time it is when that happens to you. Oh my God, I never thought about that. What time is it? Or you might look at the clock. Nah, you don't really look at the clock for a while. After experiencing something like that. So what type of time does suicide really love to operate in? Because if it's working, what time is it working? And what type of time is it operating in? Suicide likes to do its best work. I know this one time, I didn't say it's only work. Suicide likes to do its best work. Because again, this one time, suicide likes to do its best work in humans alone time. In humans alone time. No, I don't feel it when I'm around people. Get the Tootsie Roll out of your ear. In humans alone time. You're wrong, Jason. My best friend committed that act in front of a lot of people. And I'll say, I understand what you mean, and my heart goes out to you and everybody connected to that situation. I mean that. With this topic, I mean that. But it's a good chance that your friends alone time could have been full of so much torment that they finally showed it in public. Isolation and independence are prime mental locations where suicide likes to build its dream homes. Isolation, because we're talking about mental real estate, isolation and independence are prime mental locations where suicide likes to build its dream homes. Dealing with incompatible people. You know what I mean? I like to hang with everybody. Don't do that. I let everybody in. Now, I did that for research purposes, but I didn't do that to be like really believe that. I actually did it to fight against it. Like, I'm like, no, that sign is not like that. Man, that sign really might be like that. But I still don't believe in it. I feel like it's just something you must overcome. You know, like being a Negro. So dealing with incompatible people opens you up to death energy transfers. So Jason, you being spooky again. No, watch this. Are there people who make you want to live and have fun? Think about that. Are there people that make you want to live and have fun? I'm too smooth to be embarrassed by this. I usually put on this when I be talking. And someone said, man, don't do that. I'm too smooth to be embarrassed by that. Yeah. I don't be doing that bacon grease. Yeah, but I seen a real father, a real man do that before. And I said, man, I'm never going to do that before I talk. And I've done it a couple times. And let's move on. You know what I mean? So, dealing with incompatible people also opens you up for death energy transfers. And let me explain. And again, you being spooky. If there are people who make you want to live and have fun, and everybody says yes to that, then I call that energy a life transfer. And thanks to the wonderful world of duality, you should know that a death transfer could exist too. So, the comedian Robin Williams said, I used to think the worst thing in life was to end up all alone. It's not. The worst thing in life is to end up with people that make you feel all alone. I understand that. I understand where he's coming from. A lot of my clients say that. How can someone make you feel alone? Since energy is never destroyed but transferred, then do you think suicide is being strategically passed on? However, no look pass, strategically pass, telegraph pass. I remember a student telling me this when I used to teach. This is a long time ago. But I remember a student telling me that he told his parents that he was suffering from depression. And listen to this dope advice. They both said, pull yourself together. And then they went back to what they were doing. And I asked him, did that deep information from his parents cure his depression? I'm sorry. We got to stop saying that. We say that all the time. Now watch this. I have depression right now. Check me out. I have depression right now. You ready? Where's it at? If I have depression right now, where is it at? How dare you try to point I dare you point to something. I dare you even say it's in my mind. I dare you say that. I told him I'm sorry. That's not his depression. That's depression trying to experience him. I truly believe that most suicidal people are not trying to end their lives. They're trying to end the pain. Many suicide survivors, they get angry when their so-called loved ones say, "How dare you leave us?" or even try to leave us. Many of them said they would have rather heard, "How dare us not see your suicide signs? And we should have helped you how you needed help versus helping you how we like to help." Cause y'all gotta understand. If you help somebody and it don't work, look at it two ways. No, seriously, look at it two ways. You didn't help them right, or they weren't worth helping. And I dare you say they weren't worth helping. Because then that's your fault. Why are you helping somebody outside of your target audience? That's your fault. No, it's not. Okay, well, what if a heart specialist was working on somebody's foot and said, "You're not worth helping because I can't help you"? They would kind of be like, "Well, heart doctor, you didn't know that at the beginning when you seen the foot and not the heart?" So again, some of these people say, "How dare you not see, their suicidal signs, and how, maybe I should have helped them how they actually needed the help versus helping how, no, whatever. This is what I think you need." And they're like, "I need pants. I gave you the shirt off my back. Can you please give me some pants?" You ungrateful. I've been giving you shirts and coats. Please, can I get some pants? One way to block suicidal people from getting help is to create a busy world for humans to live in. Shout out let's clap it up for the word busy. Can't stand that word. Everybody owns it. Once the world gets too busy, then you will hear statements like these 5. Number 1, we didn't know they were suicidal. Man, we didn't know. 2, they seemed happy. 3, I wish I'd have slowed down and paid more attention. 4, why didn't they tell me? 5, this is the most famous one. And I need to stop this one from going around. I need to stop this one. Number 5 is the most famous. You just never know what a person's dealing with. Even though you could have also said you just never know how to drive a car if you never tried to drive a car. How many of us truly mean it when we ask someone, "How are you doing?" Because if "how are you doing" is just really high, "How are you doing?" and I just walk on, "Hey, how you doing?" and just walk away. "How are you doing" is not "how are you doing." "How are you doing" is high. So when you do really say, you just never know what people are going through. If you don't properly speak, if you go to the doctor and you go like this to the doctor, "Hey, peace," and then walk away from the doctor, can the doctor prescribe anything for you? No. And think about it. Doctors I'm not going to, like I said, some doctors be making mistakes and they have an intense intake. We're getting all your information and they still making mistakes. So going like this to your doctor, "Hey, how you doing?" and "Peace out." So when we ask someone, how are you doing? We don't really mean that. Come on. We don't really mean it. So that statement of you just never know is true because, hey, how you doing? When someone tells a suicidal person, if you kill yourself, you are also upsetting other non-suicidal people too. It makes it worse for the suicidal person. We are not properly taught how to deal with other people's pains. And a few years ago, you would have had a whole bunch of arrogant therapists being like, I'm a lot. Okay, does suicide exist? Yes. Stop bragging about your license and go decrease some numbers then. Many suicidal people feel like there's no treatment. There's no cure. There's not even a willingness to see it for most, or see it for the most. Meaning, they covered it up. A lot of them cover it up so they suffer alone. Until, watch this, until it's so-called over. I ask suicidal people this. I say, first of all, do you want to die? One. I say 2 questions. What do you mean suicidal? You know they want to die. No. Do you want to die? 2. Do you want to stop feeling this way? You can only pick 1. Yeah, I'm going to start off with death because they're suicidal. But when you hit them with that 2, they're not really suicidal. So I'm going to say this again. Number 1, you only can pick 1. And this is for every suicidal person. Listen, you can only pick 1. 1, do you want to die? 2, do you want to stop feeling that way? The 2 are separate. It's possible. I promise you. If you split them apart, it's possible to stop feeling this way without dying. Feelings of loneliness usually don't kill. But feelings of worthlessness can influence a person to want to leave. The energy it takes to hide. Now check this out. I mean, that's a coward's way, and that's the energy it takes to hide severe depression from others is very, very, very challenging. How can nobody notice? The amount of strength it takes to hide this is nearly unhuman. It's not human. Everybody's hiding it. Take a picture without a filter in the morning of your face. Wake up in the morning, take a picture, and say cheese, and post it with no filter. Be yourself. You probably won't do that because I have to become myself in a world where depression is kicking everybody's ass. Well, not everybody. I'm talking about the everybody's ass that is kicking. Have the ability to see concepts. Did you know? Now check this out. Because again, how could they not see? Depression blinds you. Are you crazy? The light at the end of the tunnel is the most beautiful sight on the planet. So guess what's probably blocked? Did you know that the cure for depression can be right beside you? But you won't even reach for it. Because, you know why? Check out this D word. Despair can do this to a person. Suicide and depression is a sadistic torturer that actually feeds off your pain. Are you crying? Oh my God, you telling everybody your business? You're not doing nothing about it. Oh my God. I don't want to work out. That's too painful. It ain't feeding off of that pain, and the pain you going through is recovery. So many people beg for death going through this. While suicide and depression is just eating good. It's Thanksgiving every day. The lower and lower you get is the bigger and bigger the spiritual Thanksgiving feast is. Because everybody has their limits, right? Many suicidal people used to tell me that suicide is not selfish. It's a form of relief. And I understood their current context. Because again, you don't tell people, no, this is what it is. You don't do that. So I understood their current, and that's why I put current context. At the beginning, not at the ending, at the beginning of our development session. So I gave them all that. Yes, I promise you. But they didn't say that at the end. And I even remember doing an interview for some individuals in Boston and New York that I got super mad respect for about depression in the black community. And this is what I had to say about the matter. Our dreams are in our minds, in our heads at night, right? Or again, during the day if we're going through daydreams. Well, if we are inside of God's mind, then if we commit suicide, then we are merely going from the designated place in God's mind to go to another place or section of God's mind. Let's slim it down. What if you had a dream or a daydream and one of your characters in your daydreams commit suicide? Where in the hell are they going but another part of your mind? This helped a lot of my people who I used that on, and they literally was like, oh shoot, where am I going? I'm not saying that to talk down on nobody. I'm saying that to say try that. It works. I promise you. If you're dealing with somebody that's suicidal that understand that all is mind, and then they understand that they're in the creator of all of this mind, probably, then they're probably not going nowhere else but then another place in the creator's mind. And again, if it doesn't work for you, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I grabbed you and made you listen to this on your phone or desktop. I'm sorry. Do you forgive me for making you listen to this and trying it and it didn't work? I'm sorry. Hey, Jason, forget the black community. I'm a Caucasian man and I need some help. I understand, I promise you. But a lot of this was targeted on black men, but you got to understand, what goes out comes back. So a lot of attacks that's on the black man that we had to go through for a long time, and now that it's becoming universal, the first shall be last. I'm not trying to be funny. When it comes to beating this energy, black men are literally, they're going to be, I'm just telling y'all, they go to all-star consulting companies. I promise y'all, if God told y'all to get over depression, learn from a black guy. Black men they will all turn into like consultants and lawyers. Y'all will see everybody just talking to black dudes and getting better. All right. This white man told me in a session. He said, I told my wife I was struggling. And I'm not going to say everything he was saying, but she divorced him after that. He said he was going crazy. So he said, I tried to get help. He was told to get professional help. Now, again, man, they going against the black man. Watch what white dudes is going through. And I'm not laughing at them. I'm laughing at, I'll tell you at the end. He said, I told my wife I was struggling. She divorced me. I tried to get help. I was told I can see a professional. Watch this. When can you see a professional? Because white men run this. They said he could see a professional in 3 to 4 months. I gotta understand. was suicidal, y'all. You gotta understand. Jason, why you? Let's just say it like this, you narcissist. If you have a lot of suicidal people in your communities, they're dangerous to them. They're a danger to themselves and probably people in the communities. You heard of road rage? Imagine going through road rage with somebody that's suicidal. And you're just having a bad day at work, but you ain't suicidal. See what, you see what I'm saying? And everybody's went through road rage. I'm just going to blow this horn and go through a 40, I mean, that was too long. I was going to say 45. 20 seconds of arguing with somebody and I'm going to drive off and he was told to wait 3 to 4 months. So he's going to be driving 3 to 4 months. Experiencing people 3 to 4 months. He said the only reason why he didn't eat a bullet. Check this out. I congratulated him on this. He said the only reason why he didn't eat a bullet is because he didn't want to give her the satisfaction. I understood that. Now check out how horrible this is. Now again, he got to wait 3 to 4 months, and that's to say if this therapy and treatment is going to work. So I'm giving it the benefit of the doubt. I'm saying in 3 to 4 months, sir, you're going to be professionally cured from depression that the numbers are actually rising. You're going to be different. Do you know that many people spend their entire depression experience? Watch this. You hear it? Watch this. This is a person. I'm not even gonna say no names because people be getting mad, and I be trying to make up names, and they be like, "My name is Orange Book," and I'm like, "Dang, your name is Orange Book." I can't even use Orange Book. So I'm gonna say this person is going through a depression experience. Instead of them getting treatment and healing and getting better, do you know many people spend their entire depression experience trying to make sure it doesn't affect the ones that they love? I don't want to get it on you. I'm trying so hard. I'm over here. Why don't you heal? Now I got some bad news, y'all, about the Bible. And again, I shared this with so many people. I was like, tell me if I'm wrong. Jason, why you keep talking about the Bible so much? You'll see. I got some bad news about the Bible, y'all. So I need everybody that's going to see this in the future. Everybody checking this out. No, I did warn. Yeah, yes, I did. I did tell everybody you got to write. You have to do some work. You got to write 2 sentences. Dun, dun, dun. Number 1, Ecclesiastes 1:18. And then number 2, Hosea 4:6. No, seriously, I need some help. I got some people that know the Bible, and maybe they can give me a better breakdown of this. Ecclesiastes 1:18, and then number 2, Hosea 4:6. Here we go. Ecclesiastes 1:18. Here we go. For in much wisdom. Ooh, I got a lot of wisdom, right? That's what we're supposed to get. More. I can't even keep my hat down because the wisdom pulls my hats up. Man. For in much wisdom is much grief. Hold on. So if I get much wisdom, I'm going to get much grief. According to Ecclesiastes 18. Stop clapping. I'm not done reading. Hold on. Is more? Yeah, there's more. Dang. So I'm going to get much grief if I get much wisdom. Dang. And I need to stop clapping because there's more. And he that increases knowledge increases sorrow. Hold on. Time out. Ecclesiastes. Ecclesiastes 1:18. If I get more wisdom, my grief is going to go up. And if I get more knowledge, my sorrow is going to go up. Watch this. This is most people. Well, I reject knowledge then. Because my mental health and the safety of my children mean more to me than chasing knowledge. Jason, are you describing what it feels like to be with an intellect? Yeah, if you're dating the intellect. No, let me rephrase that because people who bad luck can use this too. It's bad luck people. I'm not talking about bad luck people. Bad luck people go to increase your grief and sorrow too because they bad luck and they suck. I'm talking about real wisdom and real knowledge comes with grief and sorrow. According to Ecclesiastes, I don't believe that, Jason. That's why I use Bible scriptures on most of y'all, because y'all don't believe nothing nobody says until they. Well, the Bible does say 2 + 2 = 4, so I'll give it to you. Ecclesiastes said, again, I'm going to say it again. For in much wisdom is much grief. He that increases knowledge increases sorrow. Okay, Jason, just stay away from it. Stay away from knowledge. Well, Hosea 4:6 says, my people are destroyed for a lack of knowledge. You said you was going to protect your children too, their mental health. Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee. Thou shalt be no priest to me, seeing that thou hast forgotten the law of God. Well, at least I'll protect my children. I will also forget thy children. Time out. I'm confused. So if I'm going to get all that bad stuff for rejected knowledge, but if I do, Ecclesiastes 1:18, for in much wisdom is much grief, and if I increase knowledge, I increase sorrow. So that's not a good life. But if I reject it, my people are destroyed for a life. Ooh, being destroyed is not good. And I shall reject thee. That's not good. And I will forget thy children. So if I get it, it sucks. But if I reject it, my life is over. Moving on. Suicide is an energy transfer from humans. And empaths, I'm telling you, empaths right now, empaths, y'all need to be careful of who y'all hang out with. Independence and isolation is very, very, very dangerous during this heightened war. Remember, I'm in war gear. I'm in the war gear, son. Shout out to Nas. You know what I'm saying? That's the first one I seen, you know what I'm saying, dressing like this, son. Independence and isolation is very dangerous during this heightened war. And just because you have people around you doesn't mean that they're good for you or your energy. I'm going to say it again. Robin Williams said, I used to think the worst thing in life was to end up all alone. It's not. The worst thing in life, according to Robin Williams, that again was a happy guy, according to a lot of times that he was out of the house, where people tend to be happy. When you leave your house, you tend to not be the person you are in your house, right? During the quarantines and stuff like that, you saw a lot of people. Did you see a lot of people public speaking and just, they was in their house? You know how hard, we'll talk about that later. Okay. So he said the worst thing in life is to end up with people that make you feel alone. The definition of alone is having no one present. Well, what do you mean I got people around me? According to Robin Williams, this means that all kinds of people could be around you and not be present. The more suicidal the leadership, the more suicide will be passed down through their energy and through their works. How many of y'all leaders are suicidal? Energy is never destroyed, only transferred. Men take it in and transfer it. Women take it in and transfer it. Young adults take it in and transfer it. Children take it in and transfer it. It's in certain foods. Suicide is in pill form. Again, remember all the commercials. If this pill makes you... You think they were saying that for no reason? If this pill gives you thoughts of suicide... My main man, Indio Champ, the personal trainer that be kicking people's food, I like that because I called it around his first videos. I was like, he gonna be something. I pride myself on being able to call, but I send that energy out. I want to be around when people right before they're drunk off their own so-called success. That's where I like being in there. I like being in there when they were down to earth and their story was at the height. And then when arrogance kicks in, I like the Michael Jackson moonwalk away from that BS. But my main man, Indio Champ, he said the energy transfers first to the heart and then travels up to your brain. And then you start acting out the positive, because this works on the positive side, but you act out the negative energy transfers. And we believe it's us. Instead of looking at it like a temporary experience. Now, I know all of you all are baby Buddhas. So I'm going to say when you used to get drunk, so I know y'all don't drink no more. So when you used to get drunk, how long did it last? Did that buzz last forever? Oh my God, you only had to drink one time? And you were drunk forever? No, it eventually wears off. Just like coffee, right? Oh my God, it's Monday morning, I need some coffee. Well, if you need some coffee, it must make you feel like something. I just told my daughter I'm going to drink out of this when I speak. So I don't want y'all to think I'm a fiend out here for this, but she checks. She be like, she want to see that cup. So I feel like this is like an endorsement. I'm like, so to make a long story short, the coffee or the alcohol wears off. So does levels of suicide. Sometimes watch this. Because this is what some people say. No, it's not. Just listen. It eventually wears off or wears down. And so does levels of suicide. Sometimes the levels of suicide are high and sometimes they're low. They're present. They're present. So it's all about the decreasing of it. Decreasing of it, Jason, you said we're going to kill it. Okay, first of all, you weren't even thinking about killing suicide. Y'all treated it like it wasn't. The first thing you do is you got to understand that it can be a reality. Don't say, how can we kill suicide? Look at it like, can suicide be killed? Well, let's just turn the tables. How does suicide look at us, humans? Suicide, I say, oh my God, I want to give all those humans life. And why are we giving life to suicide instead of giving death to it? We can still talk about it, but why can't we give death to it? Why do we give life to it? It doesn't even see us. It doesn't even see us in a light of light, in a light of life. But we give it life by the way we talk about it instead of changing the way we talk about it to give it death. First, you have to understand that that could be a reality. Next, because remember, it's not no quick fix. Next, carry that out in war form. Carry it out in war form. This is serious. Families need to fight it all over the place now. To kill, to at least maim or injure generational curses while you strong enough. So how does suicide hunt? Since it's looking at us, what does suicide love to see? In its favorite targets. Number one, suicide loves independent people. You know, like those nature shows of like lions. Lions always want to eat, right? Now, do lions kill like groups of things together, or do they look for independence? And I'm saying nature. And I'm saying what in nature just kills a whole bunch of stuff? An anteater. You would. Shout out to philosophical people that just want to be right. Independence. Number two, isolated people. 3 is scary. 3, open to anything people. Yeah, I'm open to anything. I'll give anything a try. Yeah, I'll give it a try. Yep. Yes. I'll give that a try. Yeah, the movie Yes Man by Jim Carrey was my favorite movie. You know how demonic that movie would be if that was you saying yes to everything? Yes. This world is messed up, I know. Yes. But I understood the context, but please. And number 4. Quick decision-making people. Suicide loves quick decision-making people. Let me tell you why. Even though most suicidal people have been thinking about it for years. But when it happens, they may know it's the day, but it's their quicker actions and behaviors of that day, on that day, is what actually does it. It's not the slow behaviors. It's the point of the day. Not promoting that day, I'm just saying. It's the point of that day where you're probably doing something quick, thinking quick, it's happening quick, oh my God, it's quick. Anything quick, slow down. Unless you're running from a bear, then do not slow down. Yeah, run from the bears. Okay? Now, Jason, why you keep talking on this bad stuff? My ears is ringing. That's why I know it's showtime. Jason, I need some positivity. I know. Me too. What are the worst targets for suicide? Because we don't talk about that. What does suicide hate? I never thought about it like that. You probably won't get what you never thought about. Number 1. Suicide hates someone in a real relationship with the creator because delusion can look like anything, even a god. Suicide hates someone in a real relationship with the creator because delusion can look like anything, even a god. Shout out to the gods. They ain't really gods. 2, people with positive, upgraded consistency. Suicide hates that. Just imagine having consistency that's positive. Well, that's good. and then upgrading it. Suicide hates that. They are so consistent. Because suicide is consistent, but it's consistent in pulling you. Not pushing you, pulling you back. But if you like to upgrade your consistency, that's positive. To my science-minded people, you'll get this. But people like this, the cup will always be full. Even if the liquid is halfway, the rest of it is air, making it full. That's how you gotta be. Suicide hates people that think like that. Are you crazy? There's half liquid in there, but this dude said it was full because he or she added the air in the cup. Because there's no such thing as empty space. Number 3, suicide really hates these people. Being a chosen one that is actually anointed to fight against the forces and energies that suicide operates best in. Remember, there are people during a time of war that will actually step up. They're literally super gifted people just waiting for a time in life for their superpowers to come on. The bad news about it is sometimes they be like, oh, my superpowers is on. And all this stuff that you can fix, that's a crime. I don't know why you think you're getting away with that. That's a crime. I think doctors are like, don't quote me on this one, but it's coming to me as far as like, I think doctors to a certain extent have to help people. You can't just have an ability and be like, does that make sense? Maybe not. It makes sense to me. Suicide hates chosen and anointed people that fight against the forces and energies that suicide operates best in. 4, suicide hates people that can learn and have positive exchanges with all cultures. Remember, it's about isolation and independence. Y'all better split up. 5, consistency hates highly confident people. And I'm going to keep it real. Nas said all I need is one mic. Y'all snatched the mic from highly confident people. Y'all did. Y'all called them big-headed. Y'all didn't even want to give them compliments. Y'all literally was like, I don't want to give you the big head. Oh my God. God forbid you give somebody a head that's bigger than the deflation that is going through, that depression does to the head and just deflates the head, makes you sick in the head. So now we're in a big-headed versus sick-headed matrix. Y'all better get them a big head. Y'all crazy. Let me just stop. Because Dave Dash would be like, yo, pause, son. Yo, pause. It's a lot of pause in what I would be saying next. So it's not worth it. So watch this. Did you know that black male suicides are rising faster than any other racial group? Black men are suffering in silence. Yeah, they are. Stop. Black men are suffering in speaking too. Because most of them have stated to me, I'm just telling you, they stated to me that they feel like they can't be heard or consistently heard. And I say this all the time. What if you need 7 steps? It just takes 7 steps to get you to where you need to get in life. And the people that can help you can only understand 4 steps or 3 steps. Now watch this, my spiritual friends. Well, that's all they were supposed to. Stop. Because a lot of times you can get 5 steps out of that, 6 steps out of that. You see what I'm saying? Just because something happened don't mean it happened right. And we got to stop that too with our spiritual crap. It happened the way it should. Did it happen on its best level? Did you get A's, B's, C's, D's, and F's in schools? Or did school just happen? Stop playing. We get grades too. Thanks for that dialogue. So, let me put my hat down. What are downloads? Push your hats up. Now, men that speak out about this, they get punished. So-called punished. Or so-called shamed for speaking up about their pains. They even get it used against them in petty arguments. Now black men are tight-lipped. Because loose lips sank ships in their past. And according to statistics, women attempt suicide more, but men follow through with it more than women. And let me say this right now. This is not a healthy competition statement at all. I'm definitely not making that no competition. You can make a competition of decreasing it, not. So, let's talk about that H word. Happy. Who is really happy? Check out this happiness. Check out this happiness. This is person 1. This is person 2. Achieving the American dream, having a so-called great spouse or partner, lovely children, and then boom, suicide. Or take the broke guy or the broke woman with no spouse, no partner, kills themselves because they don't have the American dream. Who's really happy? I compare so-called happiness to a never-ending party during a never-ending rainstorm. So imagine a party in the house during a never-ending party. So you got to stay at this party forever. During a never-ending rainstorm. So it's always raining. So you look outside the windows, it's always raining. I compare happiness to a never-ending party during a never-ending rainstorm. The people outside in the rain, they can see through the windows, and they're wishing to be in the party away from the rain. Now, the people in the party, they're sick of the party. They're hot. They want to cool off in the rain before going home because they are sleepy and they sleep really well in rainstorms. Who's really happy? Chemicals are helping this crisis because suicide can partner with chemicals. And this partnership is being perfected. Or is it not? My main man, Dr. B. Serious, and my main man, Billy Carson, Dr. B. Serious told Billy Carson that this matrix can be broken. Broke. It won't be easy, but it can be simple. This matrix can be broken. It won't be easy. It will be simple though. The way he used the word simple is one step at a time. What do you mean? Well, numbers have been trying to show you this for the longest. You hear me? 1, 2, 3, 15. Stop. 4, 105. Stop. 5, 6,000. 6. Be simple with it. Dr. B also said that the most important step that you will ever take in your life. You think I'm going to say some after school special stuff? No, trust me, this is different. He said the most important step that you will ever take in your life is the first step you take out of bed. So I said this means to program your life and to program your day before stepping, watch this, before stepping back into the program. And the program starts right in front of your bed. I'll slip on the couch. Have the ability to know it starts right when you step off your couch. I slept on a helmet. Get him out of here or get her out of here. Just like confidence is a program that you can step into. Even arrogance is a program that humans can step into. Suicide also loves to hunt out leaking humans. Leaking humans. What is he talking about? Leaking humans. A leaking human. Have you ever saw a water pipe leak before? This is dripping water. Leak. Well, guess one way humans leak. I didn't say the only way. I said one way humans leak. Again, Dr. B said this again. He said, here are some ways that humans leak. I'm going to give you 4 ways that humans leak. Because we're full of so much stuff. Here's one way we leak. Guess what happened to me today? Oh, I'm like, oh, guess what happened to me today? Hey, guess what happened to me today? Oh, I'm like, oh, look at that leaking human. Guess what happened to me today? Oh, I'm going to post it. This is not a strategic marketing campaign. I'm leaking right now. No, this is not something I've been working on that strategically leads to me earning better online. I'm leaking. Guess what happened to me, everybody? That's not good. Number 2. Guess what I'm thinking about doing? Oh, you leaking like that. Oh, you leaking like that. Guess what I'm about to do? Guess what I'm thinking? So it's not even done. Guess what I'm about to do? Guess what I'm thinking about doing? Number 3. This is on the legal side. Please don't tell anybody what I'm about to tell you. Oh, you leaking like that. Please don't tell anybody what I'm about to tell you. Oh, please don't tell. You're leaking. Last but not least, number 4. Guess what God told me about myself? Guess what God told me about myself? Guess what God told me about myself? I'd be like, oh, you leaking bad. Well, Jason, this is them. Well, Jason, that felt really judgmental. Are there any good leaks, Mr. Duality Man? Well, yes. Best forms of therapy allow you not only to leak out the bad stuff, like sweat kind of helps you do. You can sweat your past out, baby. Not just your wig. Not just your toupee. You can sweat your past out. And you can change your oil. Shout out to the R. Kelly bars, how I'm comparing you to a car. If you have the ability to see metaphors, which is nothing more than a metaphor for the changing of one's mind. I didn't say you remind me of my Jeep. I said change your oil, which is a metaphor for the changing of one's mind. So let's get deep into it. Let's really look at suicide different. What if your partner cheats on you with a suicidal person? And when's the last time somebody asked you a question like that? I'm not saying it's the only time you'll hear it. I'm just saying, how often do you hear this talked about? Oh my God, look at her. Oh my God, she looks so good. Oh my God, he looks so good. If this is a woman talking about a man. What if they're suicidal? They don't look it. Clearly, we keep saying that. What if your partner cheats on you with a suicidal person? I don't care what you do. Don't be bringing me no STDs back. What if your partner cheats on you with a suicidal person? They better not stop. What if you cheat on your partner with a suicidal person? Well, at least they didn't have no STDs. And I already know it's clever to say a spiritually transmitted disease. Everybody, their mama ain't saying. I like saying that when nobody was saying that. I don't like saying stuff that means you need to move on and mine for new sayings that are going to get old one day. It never stops. So, what if your partner cheats on you with a suicidal person? What if you cheat on your partner with a suicidal person? And now check this out. Since the mind exists on so many different levels, then it's definitely connected to a larger forms of chaos. Okay, Jason, your mind can be connected to chaos. Listen. And cheating opens up both parties to additional chaotic states of mind. Watch this. To manage. And again, when I first was building on this, I know players that was like, dang, I didn't think about it like that. Players, I'm talking about. They probably gonna see this. I mean, I feel like you was telling my business because I'm like, I didn't say nothing about nothing. They don't even know that they so player with it. They don't even want me to accidentally. I'm like, shut up. But I gotta say this. If all is mind, and when you have sex is an energy exchange, no, we were just kissing. Didn't Jesus say, who touched my outfit? It wasn't outfit. Okay. You can exchange energies with your hands. You can, last time I checked, you can ground. So you kind of, the way our body works, we can take in energies. We didn't have sex. The way our bodies work, we can exchange energies. Okay. When's the last time you touched your enemy's hands? Because your hands is usually like this with your enemies. It's not like this with your enemies unless you're scratching and grabbing. It's different touches. You see what I'm saying? So, since the mind exists on so many different levels, then it's definitely connected to larger forms of chaos. And cheating opens up both parties to additional chaotic states of mind to manage. If energy is never destroyed, but transferred, yes, having sex with a suicidal person can influence you to want to take your life as well. And not even know why. You don't even know why. To properly kill suicide is to decrease illusion, because suicide is an illusion too. It's connected to the delusion of false realities. Remember, realize where you're looking from. Look what I'm looking at, but what are you looking from? Who is this? Look what I'm looking at. Where are you looking from? Who is looking? Who is the observer that observes what you see? You mean the me? Yeah, who's the me? Who's the you? Who is me? The observer. Now, without desire, you're the observer without desire, because desire means you lack something. And we lack nothing. Watch this. We lack nothing that we're not supposed to have. You lack nothing. Oh, I don't have that. You're not supposed to have it. Jason, it's going to take me 5 years to understand that. It's going to take me 50 years to understand that. Man. I'm just going to shake my head and go like this. Man. You lack nothing you ain't supposed to have. You're the first sperm cell that lived in your mom. Remember, you're number one. You were born number one. Unless you're a twin or triplet, everybody died in your mom. Now, well, Jason, what does suicide hate? Suicide hates vision, direction, and plans. I'm going to say this again because there's a lot of people that's lacking these three. Suicide, again, you want to know what it hates? Suicide hates vision, direction, and plans. Nuh-uh, I'm under somebody's vision, direction, and plans. Do you feel suicidal? Yes. Okay, it's called you're under the wrong vision, direction, and plans. That's all you just said. Get under life vision, life direction, and life plans. Jason, you could be trying to be a player right now. Can you give me some Bible? Because I can only listen to what you say when you say Bible with it. Okay, you babe in Christ. You get it? If they were cute, baby. I'm just playing. Proverbs 29:18. Write it down. Proverbs 29:18. Because I said suicide hates vision, direction, and plans. Well, Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. Proverbs 29:18 just said what Jason just said. Suicide hates vision, direction, and plans. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, watch this. Everybody's chasing happiness. I just want to be happy. Get a career. No, that's not going to give it to you. Get money. I promise you that's not going to give it to you. I'm in a real estate group. That's not going to give you happiness. What does the Bible say give you happiness? I'm going to say this again. Where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Kevin Samuels did say what would make women happy. But Proverbs 29:18 is older than Kevin Samuels. I know some pimps and players. Proverbs 29:18 is probably older than pimps and players that say church after they kick some good game. Proverbs 29:18 told y'all where happiness comes from. Keeping the law. And where there is no vision, suicide is going to be dancing on top of y'all. Hold on, ain't none of y'all. Watch this. Why were you born? I don't know. What's your major? I don't know. What you want to be in life? I don't know. Suicide is like, come here. Come on, y'all. Come to me. Proverbs 29:18 says, where there is no vision, the people perish. But he that keepeth the law, happy is he. Hey, can you meet me somewhere? What if somebody said that to you? Hey, can you meet me somewhere? The most logical response to, hey, can you meet me somewhere is where? Now, let's just say that you were insane enough to try to find them with just the somewhere request. So can you meet me somewhere? Yes. And you just go look for them. Then you will end up anywhere because somewhere is not an actual location. Jason, we still talking about suicide? Yes. I'm showing you the journey. One of the journeys. Now, imagine being anywhere and looking for somewhere. When we know where our somewhere is, we finally feel like we are becoming someone. I'll say that again. When we know where our somewhere is, we finally feel like we are becoming someone. You will never arrive. You are constantly becoming. Dame Dash would say pause right there. But you are constantly becoming. In close. I like saying in close like that. In close. The more we practice emulating humans, we will become levels of what we copy. The more we practice emulating humans, we will actually become levels of what we want to copy. But the more we practice emulating God, we will become levels of what we copy. My haters want to talk. Come on in, haters. You see, I knew it. Y'all heard him, right? He said trying to be like God. He's trying to be like God now. Haters, can you capitalize the G? Because the Bible used the G in lowercase form. Psalms 82:6. I have said, ye are gods, and all of you are children of the Most High. So the little G's need to be like the big G. Shout out to gang terminology in the 80s and 90s. Shout out to gang terminology. It was all about the little G's putting in work for the big G's. So that form of trying to be like the big G's, just take it higher, y'all. Y'all almost there. You're almost there. So again, what if trying to be like the big G kills all of the depression and suicidal thought vibrations that you are allowing to breathe in your little G lives? I'll say this again. What if trying to be like the big G kills all of the depression and suicidal thought vibrations that are easily allowed to breathe in your little G lives? I'll stop it right there. This might be a part 2 and 3 or whatever. But thank you for joining me for another Sunday Bars presentation. Looking forward to building with you next time. I see the questions. Let's build. For real, let's build. Peace and love. Peace and love.